Welcome, welcome. Hi, my name is Sabrina Carey, and thank you so very much for tuning in. Listen, you guys, I'm doing something a little bit different today. Instead of bringing a guest on, I have a video for us to watch. I wanted to share this with you. Was just scrolling social media and I saw this. I love a good testimony. My goodness, I love testimonies. And as you guys all know that. But anyway, I stumbled across this video and it just touched my heart on so many levels. And I wanted to share it all with you. If you have not seen it before, you are going to see it here today. It is phenomenal. I don't know a lot about a lot of the individuals in the video, but nevertheless, it's phenomenal. Again, it touched my heart. So let's get into it. All right, I'm gonna play it now.
Do y'all know who this is? It's a vibe all the time. Listen to me. Listen. The Spirit of God is doing something. You better hear what I'm saying to you. And why you so easy to cast judgment, you better watch your mouth. Because you don't, just because you're acting all a certain way, nobody knows what you're doing behind closed doors when the lights go out. The scripture says, train up a child. Because I smoke more weed than ye all. What did I just say? Where's Gloria? Gloria, stand up, Gloria. Would you testify? Linda here too? Who smoked more weed than them all? Who? Your mama? I love you, baby. I love you so much. It's so good to see you. All right? Stick around because I want to.
I just love that part. I'm gonna pause right there for a second. I just love it. You can feel the love from him, right? Just the fact how he embraced her, all of that. Just reaffirming her, you're a product of this environment. You grew up here and it just reminded me like literally of the scripture, how it talks about the prodigal son, and not saying that she's prodigal or anything like that. I don't know a lot about the young lady. This is my first time seeing her. Just when I watched this testimony, I don't know anything about her. But just how he was just, true shepherd. Shout out to him, Pastor Dr. Mike Freeman. Shout out to you. God bless you. I could feel your heart in this service, and wow, just a true man of God, true shepherd, welcomed her back, defended her, and not just what I don't, but the fact that God is doing something in her life. And see, you need shepherds that can see, right? He's seeing beyond the gold chains and whatever. He's seeing beyond all of that, and he's looking at, I know what I placed. I know what was on the inside of you. I know the seeds that were sown on the inside of you. And the fact of her heart, that she loves Jesus, right? And there's so many people out there that love Jesus. They might be in some stuff, they might be stripping in a club. They might be, strung out on some type of drugs, addicted to something. They might be, in a gang, selling drugs. They love Jesus, and they're just in something, caught up in something. They need to come out. But a lot of times the church have hindered people from wanting to come in because we have judged them based on where they are right now. We have judged them based on what we see right now, instead of looking beyond what we can physically see and call and addressing that spirit man. Well, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. Let's continue to play this video so we can talk more.
Talk. Main man was just jamming. Look at you, girl. She don't need no help down the steps. She'll beat up all y'all. That's my daughter. You keep your mouth off my baby. Yeah, make some noise. Chrisean wanted to say something. Can I let her just share it? I love her so much. She said when she saw me come out, Chrisean, don't cuss, baby, don't cuss.
Hey.
Yeah.
Bless the Lord. No, he just didn't get it to tithes and offering. That's my favorite part.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
So I guess this is a little testimony, a little story. I was probably like 9, and I was just, I understood kind of what he was saying, and I asked questions when I was in church. And I was sitting next to a guy, and I was speaking out loud like, oh, I want to give him some money too. Like, because I was like, he was explaining how you sow a seed, and
It's okay, baby. She said when she saw me come around the corner, she missed me so much, she just cried at her seat.
you're like a dad.
It's okay. It's all right. You got this.
And I think the word was about being a cheerful giver, and how, like, 10% belongs to God. And then, it could be a cent over that as an offering, but he was just receiving all these seeds from around the church while he's preaching. He's not limping or nothing. This was when he was a little younger.
Shots fired.
Yeah, because what you playing with Dr. Didi like that?
I know, because everybody love you, man. I better leave you alone. Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm motivated, I'm amped up, and I'm just a kid. I'm just like, I understand, but I don't understand, but I can feel the presence of God. And I didn't question it. I didn't ask why do you give him money, or why do people sow a seed at church? It's just the word of God. It's the truth. It's what you owe him. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sorry, my heart is pounding.
It's all right.
And I didn't have nothing to give. I didn't have nothing. And I was hungry. So I was ready to go for real, but then I was intrigued when tithes and offering came. Like, I was just ready. And I'm like, well, I wish I could pay tithes and offering, but I said it out loud, and it was a guy, I have $5, you want to go up and walk it to him? I was like, sure. So then I took his $5, I looked at it, I was like, this could be some McDonald's money, but then I was like...
You said what?
It could be some McDonald's money, I was hungry.
It could be some McDonald's money,
I was always hungry as a kid, I don't know. So, I'm like, okay, Lord, let's go. So then I went up and I tried to hurry back to my seat after giving him the $5. He come over here. And then I was like, yes. He's like, yes, what? And then I was like, yes. He's like, who? You don't have any manners? I was like, no. Then he yes, sir. I said, yes, sir. He was just feeling me out, and then he just turned around and gave all the seeds that everybody was sowing the whole service.
All the money that people brought to me.
And then
I gave it to you.
Yeah, and then you asked me what I was going to do with it, and I was just like, I'm going to pay my tithes. But it was a clear understanding.
Okay, so I'm going to pause it right there. Wow, so much. Okay, first of all, I just love her honesty. I mean, even at 9 years old, she's just like, listen, I did ask for the money, but I can go get some McDonald's with it. I just love the honesty, but her heart for God and just that that innocence of like, I want to be a part of this. And the understanding, because she said she understood what this meant. God had given her an understanding. She put seed in the ground, you guys. She put it in the ground. She put it in the ground, and you reap what you sow. And so here it is. I don't know her. I don't know her, but here it is, um now she's coming back, and I'm sure she's been a tithe payer since then, the whole time. But just the fact that he sold into her, she sold into him, and she sold into the ministry, but then he sold into her life. He gave it back to her. That to me, I just, again, it's the love from that the pastor is displaying, the love. I mean, literally, I'm touched by her even coming, and just her heart of just pouring out to God. But also, we got to talk about this pastor, though. Like, we don't really see this today. The love, and he has a really large ministry. Is a really large ministry from what I can see. And just the fact that he's like, um covering her, and the way that he's defending her, and just protect, saying, hey, don't put your mouth on her. This is my baby, this is my daughter. This she's of this ministry. She might be doing whatever she's doing right now, but best believe she's a part of this. I love all of that. Again, shout out to you, pastor. Shout out to you. You are, wow, God bless you. You are really exemplifying God's heart, truly. All right, let's go on, guys. Let's continue.
And I couldn't explain what it was, but it was so like, it was beautiful. I will never take that memory. I've always been a cheerful giver. I don't live in Maryland no more.
Yeah.
And
You need to be home. Yeah.
but yeah, I was just waiting for tithes and offering, and then he's about to exit out. Like, where's the tithes and offering at?
Oh, wow.
But it was just a word, like, for right now, I really can't remember word from word because I was a kid, but my spirit remembered the moment.
Okay, so what's that stack in your hand for?
I'm sowing a seed.
And tithes and offering.
Yeah.
Girl.
But it's an offering because I already paid my tithes and offering.
You see, y'all out here making these judgments. You really don't even know what. Okay. Do I like it? Do I like what our children are into today? I'm not going to let it throw me off what God said to me about my children. Woo, Jesus, remember these words found in 2 Corinthians chapter number 5, verse 7. Faith sees something that their actions won't produce. You got to look beyond their behaviors and stick with your belief.
That's so powerful. Listen, that's so powerful right there. Stick with your belief. If your family member is acting crazy, if your neighbor is acting crazy, if whoever is acting crazy, stick with your belief about them. Faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. I might be seeing, you're not displaying anything that, you know, that you're not displaying any of the actions of Christ right now, but I have to go on behind what I believe and not by what you're showing me with our children, with whoever, your spouse, it may be even your sisters, your brothers. You have to go on by what you believe and call that out. And so that's good. That's real good. I'm sorry. That's good. Okay.
What do you believe? My children are the righteousness of God. You see where she is today? You see what she, but if you put your mouth on them incorrectly, you assist Satan
God.
in derailing their destiny. Because greatness is in this one right here. And you shall see, you mark my word, it's a setup for the kingdom of God. And they may take the wrong route like I took the wrong route. Don't laugh, Chrisean. And my sisters are stand up here and tell you, man, Mike, he was so way off. There's no way I'm supposed to be sitting in this position based upon what they saw. There's no way she's supposed to be standing on this stage by me after what some of you all see. But you don't even understand. God is orchestrating every plan. Oh, y'all better hear what I'm saying. Just, yeah. Won't he do it? Will he, won't he? So if you want to give today, then by all means, there are ways you can give. I thought she was bringing that stack. That stack is wrapped too. I thought she was bringing that stack up there. And there's another famous cat. Don't be digging around, girl. I don't know what you got. I got mine too. Chrisean. What?
That's how you gave it to me.
Wait a minute. Hello, can you hear me now? Are you kidding me? Girl, are you sure?
Yeah, that's what the Lord put in my heart, so I'm gonna be obedient.
Okay, now let's clarify who this is for. This tithes and offering, or you laying it on me?
You gotta pay your tithes and offering.
I would have to pay my tithes and offering, but this could be your tithe. Let's make it your tithe.
I already did it though.
You already did what?
I paid my tithes and offering.
You pay your tithes and offering.
That was just cash in my pocket.
This is just cash. This is cash in your pocket. African American. Chrisean.
Yeah.
I tell you what, get some ideas if you want to. You got that thing with you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. You walk me to my car. No, y'all gonna start seeing more of this. You mark my word. You better get where you belong. Stop thinking like God ain't doing something. Should do it again. I dare you do it one more time.
Wow. I just, again, I love that. Shout out again to the pastor. Shout out to this young lady. God bless you. Just a phenomenal testimony. This blessed my heart to see. And just the fact that, like he said, we're going to start seeing a lot more of this. People just coming home. People coming home. You never know who God is working on. And who, there are people who are just in situations because, life circumstances, we all have things that we are dealing with. And, sometimes we are, oh, wretched man, caught up in some stuff. And God has to deliver. But in the meantime, in between time, they still love God. I remember when I was in my stuff, I still love God. I love God. I was going to church on Sunday, but I was still going to the club Monday through Saturday. Monday through Saturday, and sometimes Sunday night. still going to the club, still doing what I was doing. But I love God, and I was obeying God. That's how I got to church. That's how I got to the altar, obeying him, listening to his voice. I could still hear him when I was not saved. When I was not what people thought, I was still living in the world. I'm still doing worldly stuff. I could hear his voice. And so what this video is beautiful, what took place at his congregation, at his service is beautiful. Um, I am praying for this young lady. I cannot wait to see what God does in her life, because it is obvious that he is working in her. There is a seed in her, and the seed will grow, and God will begin to call her because she belongs to God. And thank God for this pastor, that he's, like he said, we walk by faith and not by sight. He sees, he knows what he planted on the inside of her, and he knows the faithfulness of God, that it will come up. At the appointed time, it will come forth. So again, God bless this pastor, this congregation, this young lady. And I just love testimonies like this. And my goodness, wow. Yeah. This is what it's like. This is what we have to do, church. We have to be the church. We have to be God's heart in the earth, and speak life into people and not death into people, and not pull them down, but like build them up. Nobody wants to hear or see, or be judged all day for what they already know that they're doing. Life is beating up on them already. We don't need to continue to do that. Yes, we want people to come out of stuff, but let God do the work. Let God do the work. Okay. We just love people, loving kindness. He says, by loving kindness have I drawn thee. Let's just show love. Let's just show kindness. Let's cover them. And let's speak life into them, and not ostracize them and so quick to put a prayer shawl on them. No, let's come on now. People are hurting. And people want to come home. But when they come home, let them come home to open arms. Let them come home to, to love and not to judgment. All right, y'all. This is it. Take care and good night.